What's going on, everybody? It's your boy SBX, and another gaming review for you guys. It's been a minute since I did one, but this time I want to talk about the new release of the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and my opinions about this game. I gotta say, I really have a big pros and a big cons about this game, and with that said and done, when I first purchased the game at GameStop, I had a collections edition with it, which comes with the little figurines and the stones of it. I thought it was cool, and they had pretty much your Marvel and Capcom people like Mega Man X and Chun-Li, and then you have Captain Marvel and Iron Man. First of all, I gotta say that I love Mega Man X. The Mega Man X series is one of my favorites. Growing up, I've always liked the Mega Man X 5 and 6 and stuff like that, and play Zero. And Zero is one of my favorite characters from the Mega Man X series. But beyond that, anyways, though, folks, I want to talk about how I feel about this game. First and foremost, this game came out not too long ago during this week. Like I said, I got it pre-ordered, and I took my time to play this game, and it ain't really much to do in this game, to my opinion. I mean, and to be honest, it's a fact that this game is not much to do. As it's kind of like how it compares a little bit to Injustice, but instead Injustice had a better story than Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. But what I will say about the pros about this game is that the gameplay, in my opinion, is pretty cool. They changed a lot of the sceneries and the gameplay of the original Marvel vs. Capcom games. Like, personally, my favorite one was like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate. But I will say is that it's cool that in this game you get to choose a lot of stones, and whatever fits the power level or the soul level or the time or the mind and whatnot, and the reality, all different types of colorful stones help you with your battle. I like stone because whenever you press L1 and you hear people, you like whatever character you say soul stone or whatever they will say, but the soul stone, I think, it benefits me because one, you get to steal people's energy to regain it. Two, when your partner dies and you do the mode in the game, your partner will come back and be resurrected through the game, and they can fight again. I would say really is that the game itself has great graphics, very great graphics. I'm glad that they changed Chun-Li's face, because people, including me, were not very pleased about how Chun-Li was looking. So she's looking fine, but I was hoping that they still fix her body features, because in the classic Street Fighters series and whatnot, Chun-Li was a lot thicker. But she's still my girl though. But I like the thicker Chun-Li. You know what I mean? Thick thighs and cute face Chun-Li. But this one, she has a cute face too. So I'm glad that the creators have actually changed the appearance. Like I said, the gameplay itself is pretty magnificent. It's really different from the previous Marvel vs. Capcom games, but at the same time, as the certain characters in the game, they still have the same type of hyper combo attack and the same fighting stances, which I would not really be surprised, because this is what their fights are like, you know what I'm saying? And they have the original veterans like Ryu and Chun-Li, and then Spider-Man, Thor, Captain America, pretty much your comebacks from the previous Marvel vs. Capcom games like Arthur and Dante from Devil May Cry. Um, let's see, it's just a whole lot of people. Well, the thing is, it's not. I can't say there's a whole lot of people, but I'm glad that they brought back Mega Man X. You know, because we were so stuck over Zero. But don't get it twisted though. Zero really took over, and in my opinion, Zero is my dude. But I will say that the cons about this game really is that they have a very short character selection, and it's just like Tekken 7. You know what I mean? It's like I don't get why these people were rushed, or better yet, didn't take their full time to bring more characters onto the segment of the game. No Deadpool, no Captain Commando. I was hoping that they bring him back. That would have been, because the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 days, that was from the arcade, and the PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 1 days, oh man, Captain Commando was the shit. And Jin, I was hoping that they would bring Venom, but that's not gonna happen. But the good thing is that they're gonna have like a DLC later on with new not protagonists, but new characters in the game. For example, Black Panther, which is kind of shocking, but they should have bring more DLC characters of people who should make a return to the game. No, I mean, like I said, bring back Wolverine, X23, a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like the from the classic Marvel vs. Capcom days, and the people from the previous Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Iron Fist, and I'm mad that Virgil is not in the game, and Virgil is that guy. Virgil is the man throughout the Devil May Cry series. So it's a complete shocker and a complete dud that he is not in the game. But what I will say this though is that the story mode in this game, like I said, is very short, and all the heroes, rather from the Marvel and the Capcom universe, all fight together to defeat Ultron Sigma. And I mean, I was surprised with that. Said is that they brought Ultron and Sigma through this game, and that's something from a Mega Man series, because I was playing Mega Man X5, and you have to kill and defeat Sigma, and causing these viruses or whatnot. But I would say realistically is that they made it a little nostalgic, where they fused Ultron and Sigma, and I mean, it sucks that you can't. I'm not even sure if they're going to be a playable character, but it sucks that you can't play as them, or if I'm not really looking lately, because it's surprising. It's just the boss battles. It's just like the previous Marvel vs. Capcom, when you play as Galactus, and that was a tough motherfucker in this game. But compared to Ultra Sigma, honestly, this is a piece of cake. Like I said, it's like playing a classic Mega Man series game, where the boss battle, with the Sigma's head, like a big ass robot blasting a lot of shit through his mouth, and throwing cannons and a whole lot of ill shit. So the boss battle, like I said, it keeps you busy, but it's very slow, to defeat the boss battles. But you just got to make sure you got to keep attacking, and wherever blast that occur, you have to make sure that you don't get hit. So that's just mandatory for you to do that, and use those power stones, because those will come really handy. So that is the purpose of that. Personally, my favorite characters gotta really be Mega Man's X. Well, Zero is actually my favorite. Let me rephrase that. Um, Ghost Rider, he's my dude. I also like I really like Strider, because he's a veteran in that game too since Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Um, I also like Dante from Devil May Cry, but I would love if this game brought back Virgil, because Virgil was the man, and he is the man throughout the Devil May Cry series. I'm surprised they brought Thanos in this game too, which is shocking, and I like the new characters in the game, like Grandma. Sorry if I mess up her name, but the Green Girl. I thought that was She-Hulk, but she's amazing as well. She's very quick and very resilient. Morgan, that sexy girl, and they actually make her boobs a little, a little normal size. I was, because when I watched the Darkstalkers series, or looking at the pictures of Morgan, it's like, damn, she has a banging body and she's thick as hell. So based on this game, they making these girls look normal looking, like how they will look in reality. How normal girls will look like, without without those big old titties or big juicy thighs or whatnot. But it's understandable. But I like the fact that the hyper combos and basically doing them is pretty neat. It's like I said, it's the same shit that you play from the series, the previous Marvel vs. Capcom games since forever. I will say, like I said, there's not really much to do in this game. I mean, it's fun to play, but you will get bored once you reach your limit. Because with me in fighting games is that I gotta play a game that is worth playing all the time. And lately though, fighting games are really lacking on bringing more into the table as far as keeping people interest, keeping people going, keep going playing these games, like how we used to play. Like, honestly, playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2, like the older generations of Marvel vs. Capcom, and play the newer generations. It's like the older generations was so cool because it's like watching the anime, and they all speaking in Japanese, or they have an English subtitle, or dub or whatever. But I mean, this is part of like the greatest franchise that Marvel and Capcom have ever done thus far. But honestly, like I said, I'm very disappointed about the character selection. They're missing all the good characters from Street Fighter. Like they don't have Akuma, which is bullshit, and they bring less evil villains and they bring out more superheroes. But this game is most likely superhero supportive, and you only have like a little bit of the villains, and the anti-heroes, So I'm not knocking the fact that they have the cool ones, and of course it'll be stupid if they didn't have like people like Spider-Man, Thor, Captain America for Marvel, and then for Capcom, they made a good move on bringing back Mega Man X and also Zero. But they brought the Resident Evil like Chris, but they didn't have Jill, they didn't have Whisker, which is bullshit. I'm glad that, like I said, they brought back Strider, and basically they actually put like people like Frank West and Firebender, if I'm mispronouncing his name. He's one of my favorite characters from the Marvel vs. Capcom 3. But like I said, they missing so many cool people from Marvel. Like they don't have Iron Fist, no Wolverine, no Phoenix, no Deadpool. Like Wolverine was in this franchise, like he's a veteran. Why the fuck they didn't put Wolverine in that game? Which is stupid. And Wolverine been in this game since the beginning of Marvel vs. Capcom. You know what I'm saying? Like, it goes to show that they are lazy. They didn't take their time to put the characters. They don't want a long story. They don't want to make it more nostalgic, yo. I mean, they need, like I said, the next Marvel vs. Capcom game, they need to bring more into the table. They need to stop fucking around. So anyways though, folks, I'm done here. If I had to rate this game has to be at least a 8.5 out of 10, because like I said, I like the gaming, I like the gameplay of it, I like the graphics. So it could have been a 10 if they brought back all the characters and they had a compelling and convincing story mode. And on top of that, they could have put like more people from the DLC or whatnot. So anyway, so folks, I'm done here. Please leave a comments on the comment sections below. Like and subscribe. SBX, I'm out. Peace.